리하, 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 리하. 블루 리하, 헬리스님 리하, 디케이 리하, 모너스 리하, 샤니비 리하, 페브란드 리하. 리하, 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 리하. 다들 어서오세요. Welcome to the stream. Higurashi when me claws cry. Yes, that's today. Yeah. Up. But before we start the game, there's another game we have to play. We have to play this one. Or we skipped a day of our food guessing this week. And not skip anymore. This dish is a soft smear ripened. I don't know what that means. Smear ripened. Cheese known for its pungent aroma and rich creamy texture. Typically square shaped with a distinctive orange-brown rind resulting from its specific aging process. Cheese platter. Distinct taste is a connoisseur's delight. 비상식량. 치즈입니다. 치즈. Smear ripened equals very good. Monorace 리하. Tear. I mean, we could. Yeah, Italy sounds about right. Or possibly another Spain guesser. Belgium? Yeah, Belgium. Or UK. Belgium or UK. Just can't tell what language this is. Yeah, probably. Even with the new distance measuring system where it's between the two closest points on the border. Yeah, okay, fine, England. I'm gonna try Belgium. Not France, because it's not bordering. Herbe is a type of cheese that originates from the region around the town of Herbe, in the province of Liège, Belgium. Washed rind cheese. The curds are cut and drained from the cheese. Two forms of cheese. The cheese is then salted before undergoing a maturation period in a humid environment. During the maturation process, herb is regularly washed with a brine solution, which promotes the growth of specific bacteria that are responsible for the cheese's characteristic orange rind and pungent smell. And has a designated PTO status. Okay. Where is the closest point? It would be this, I think. That's more like north, not northwest. Yeah, I still don't... The compass might still be a little funky. Maybe the compass doesn't do the closest point thing. Maybe the compass still does the center of mass. So that's more northwest. While the distance is done by the closest points in the order. I don't remember what the update said, and I can't find the update log anymore. Raw fish, lime juice, salt, chili, garlic shallots, mint leaves, roasted rice powder, fish sauce, lemongrass, coriander leaves. Alright, which Southeast Asian country is this? Peanuts. Flavorful and spicy preparation made with minced raw meat or fish. Variety of herbs, spices, and often lemon juice, creating a vibrant and tangy taste. Toasted rice powder adds a unique texture, and fresh mint leaves enhance the overall freshness. Appetizer or main? Yeah, I'm torn between Philippines and Thailand as well. Peanuts make me think more Thai. But then I don't know. 하라님니하. Alright, Thai. I could have basically guessed any of these southeastern land countries. Mainland countries, plus Malaysia. Laos and parts of Thailand. Isn't Laos landlocked? Where's Laos getting fish sauce from? Pandora Riha, surrounding areas. Through trade, I mean, yes. Fish sauce is transportable, true. Traveling merchants. 제첩국. Oh, this one's easy. Ketchup. This could be nothing but Korean, this table setup. Rice, soup, side dishes. Famous in Southern Korea. South Korea. Oriental Mapleland. Freshwater clams known as Ch1. I don't like Ch1. I had it this year, actually. It's funny because I had it when I went to Korea this year for the first time. And the clams are not very, but you can definitely sometimes feel the sand and the mud, like yeah. 너무 모래가 많았어요. 모래라고 해야 되나, 늑이라고 해야 되나, 아무튼. 그래서 제 취향은 아니었습니다. 저는 조개류는 큰 거는 좋아하는데 작은 거를 안 해. 싸주 먹어야 되는데. 아니, 해감을 해도 완전히 잘 빠지지가 않잖아요. 특히 작은 애들은. 그래서 좀, 취향이 아니었어요. 저는 진짜 조금이라도 모래 느껴지면은 진짜 완전 좀 깨거든요. 그래서 제첩, 꼬막 이런 애들 다 별로 안 좋아요. Yeah, so you put them in clean water to make them flush out all the sand and everything, but there's still some left over within the clam. So yeah, I don't like even tasting or like feeling a little bit of sand in my food. It's just like weird. I don't want it. Anyway, easy day. Double max points. 귀엽구만. Top guess South Korea. So elitist. Sand is part of the meal. No, it's not. I don't want it. Anyway. Onto the main game. We're playing Higurashi no Nakukoro ni. Higurashi when Miko's cry. Capture's not working. The NDV page. There we go, capture is working. When they cry, who? Citation needed. I was watching Shawnee V's stream yesterday, and I think that was my first time seeing excessive citations. When a statement had like 7 or 8 different citations on it. Alright, I don't want these black bars. What do? Seven or 8 is pretty excessive, yes. There we go. Higurashi when they cry. Hold on, I think I cropped it too much. Hmm. Cropping. Oh, that's why. This one. Copy paste. Sorry, almost done fixing. There we go. Perfect. Higurashi when they cry. 3 or 4 I can understand. Even 6? Yes. 5 or 6? Yes. 07th expansion presents. Welcome to Hinamizawa when they cry. Is the volume a little too quiet? Onikakshi opening. Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. Onikakshi arc will be the opening inviting you into this world. Don't play tough. Please just enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward. Anyway, let me know how the volume is. Higurashi is supposed to be a sound novel. Please do not lament, I will forgive you, even if the world will not forgive you. Please do not lament, I will forgive you, even if you will not forgive the world. So please tell me, what will it take for you to forgive me? Frederica Berncastel. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual person or organization is by chance. 1983, the early summer of 58th year of Showa. If I was going to be ripped apart anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, I still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself in such silly, sobbing voice, and those tears making a mess of my face. Then mechanical repetitious sound finally stilled and everything fell silent. Only the cry of the cicadas remained, annoyingly loud, and yet I felt as if I could still hear her voice. But that's not possible. She's no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there were none to show. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I didn't need to shed any for her. And why? This pain, my eyes getting moist, why was this happening? I still wanted to believe I hadn't been split apart. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough, and countless times I'd wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away, except I've stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand the painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind, with her. Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm, just lift it up. And with every swing, forget a little more. The kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy. I liked petting your head. I loved how demure you were. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you. Perhaps I really did. Love you. Higurashi when they cry. Bid your love goodbye. Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. 여긴 왜 아직도 블라스퍼머스예요? 그건 제가 바꾸는 것을 까먹었기 때문이죠. 취직은 중요하지 않다고 할 뻔. 아, 바꾼 다음에 그걸 안 눌렀네. 확인을 바꿨는데. 아, 이렇게 설정해놨거든요. 버튼을 안 눌렀어. Sorry, Korean viewers on Chijik are saying that it's not changed to Higurashi still. And that is because I forgot to click OK after changing it. Like making all the changes. I said it. The OK button is below the fold for me on Chijijik, so I forget too often. Anyway, somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. Is the game volume a little loud? I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and the multi-lane roads, the melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of locusts and the babbling of brooks. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening cicadas. Okay, that should be better now, I think. Higurashi when they cry. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness had begun to instill a sense of serenity. There's nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't any burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. What? No vending machines in Japan? That's impossible. No music stores, no restaurants, and no arcades. Even an ice cream parlor would be unlikely. The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. Next you'll say there's no Wi-Fi. This is before internet. This is 1983. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. Terrible place to be, indeed. I mean, I don't know. With the state of internet right now, maybe it's not so terrible, but... no Palantir, no flock cameras. Just good old... gas-guzzling cars. How will you do your dailies without internet? How far to the nearest PC bang? Infinite kilometers, because this was before the time of PC bangs. J10 Niha. 1983, more like 1984, am I right? I was thinking that too, but no, it said 1983. I'd lived in the city for 10 years and never once been into an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret that a little. Somebody is apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She is apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? No idea what she's done. But if it can't be fixed, that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice. Hey, you. The one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. 배민도, 쿠팡도, 수박도, 인터넷도 안 되는 동네 있습니다. 끔찍하구나. I was finally roused from my nap by my his father. Keiichi, we're almost there. Wake up. I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. Final destination. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. Shinkansen must have been pretty new back then. Hey you, wake up. B in front of you. I mean Johnny, Silver, whatever in front of you. Hey, wake up. We spent hours riding everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. Ah, the good old 80s, the booming 80s before the downfall. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. We got a town to burn. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa. Higurashi when they cry. Higurashi no naku koro ni. Or was it Higurashi ga naku no koro ni? The title is... Oh, did I close that VNDV page? I did close the VNDV page. Oh well. Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although in exchange you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side. I'm pretty sure this was initially a doujin release. Before they cleaned it up and released it with the new art. Even then, I think it might still have been like a doujin thing. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamiza, I learned that even air had its own taste. This is the most computer club comic market thing I've seen. It's been all Photoshop filters so far. Yep, exactly. Considering this is Hinamiza, a therapist might be onto something. I quickly finished getting ready for school, and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen. He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. His dream job. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It's just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that though. Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon. Where's the natto? The natto. My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I'm so happy you've been waking up early since we moved here, Keiichi. If I don't wake up early, I won't have time to eat breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack after being praised for being good. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? Wait, no, let's make this sound more motherly. Ahem. Actually, I need water, so I'll BRB. Work from home wins again. It's always the answer. The only people asking for return to office are the real estate owners in cities. Anyway, I'll BRB. 1 minute. Real Leaf One Day BRB sound novel. Immersive table kitchen sounds. That was me dropping my mouse. Anyway, I'm back. Full bowl of rice, or will half be enough? How do I make Keiichi sound? Did Keiichi say he's 10 years old? Or is he older now? How old is Keiichi? Keiichi 몇 살인가요? Probably before puberty, so pile it on. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles. Not bad at all. Excellent as usual. Watch me clean my plate. Mom gave me a warm smile. I'm so happy you haven't skipped breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi. I was not a morning person when I lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest for being forced to attend cram school. I guess that was what you'd call my rebellious phase. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast she woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself. Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin. Isn't it about to meet up with Rena-chan? Hurry, hurry. Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates. He really loves looking after people coming to meet me every day without veil. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to school with a girl was just lame. Okay, so he's like older primary school or like middle school entering. But well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously though, how long does Rena wait here for me every morning? Taking one last gulp of miso soup, I raced for the door. Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles. Come to think of it, the pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I'd savored them a bit more. Morning. Middle school uniform, I think. Ahem. Keiichi-kun! Good morning. Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. Try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. You're so conscientious and such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave you behind. Keiichi-kun, you're so cold. I'll wait for you all the time. And I will leave you in the dust. Without looking back. Why are you so mean? Why? Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. Wait, no. So he's like probably post-puberty then, right? He was talking about his rebellious phase. So Keiichi-kun's probably post-puberty. 열두 글자님 리하. Let me Namu wiki this. How old is Keiichi-kun? Vaibara Keiichi is 14. That must be post-puberty, right? Or like puberty? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's post-puberty. 열네 살이면은 사춘기 지나서 아닌가? 그 2차 성장기 목소리 변성 오고 아닌가요? Okay, I'm gonna change how I voice Keiichi-kun then. Hem. I'm kidding, I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red. Oh, thank you. I'd wait forever until you came, Rena. No matter how long. Forever. Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited. She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel? Rena? I haven't. Never read any before. From that response, I gathered she was interested in them but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. Couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out. Oh yeah, message from Mom. She says thanks for the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty. They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mom? Huh? What do you ask? Were they too salty? Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom? Why are you asking who made them? Why? Depending on who made them, my opinion might change drastically. Huh? She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response. It was me. Delicious. Huh? Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It truly was a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Rena never gets taken advantage of by some lowlife. Like you! Keep at it, Rena. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person. Master of romance over here. Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If they keep Neon waiting, we'll never hear the end of it. Seeing as he would just keep spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we could make our way to school. The strange, easily flustered girl is Ryugyu Rena. I've only known her for... Oops. Give me the log. I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's not just her name that's strange. Mii-chan! Ohayo! Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us. Noticing us, she waved. Finally, you two are late. Usually you're the one who's late. In sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Sonozaki Mio. For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class. Morning, Rena. It's been a while, Keita. How many years? I was only off for 2 days. Haha. You don't say. You were so much cuter back then. Neon's gaze started at my chest and dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. What? This is Sekara. So she was saying it is my crotch that was cuter back then. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her. I've grown quite splendidly. You'd be surprised. Not only is he bigger, but he has a little more mustache now. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite the problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly. Oh my goodness, this conversation! Don't say next time, right now it's just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh air morning early? Fresh morning air. I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you could smell it fouling up the morning air before. Neon sure does act like an old man sometimes. Just 1983 things, right? Am I right? Gotcha, time for the big reveal. Hope you don't regret it. As my hand reached for my fly, Rena began to ramble in a near panic. Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about. How was it? Seeing the city again. Neon switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more befitting the pleasant morning. I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time. So yeah, did you look for it? That thing I asked for? You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in toy stores. Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. It's really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all. Is this about games again, Mii-chan? Neon nodded proudly as Rena giggled. Yup, I wanted Kei-chan to bring me back a Westport catalog, you see. Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty geeky. West Pole. Or would it be like in kanji? Seiho. Import. Dunyu? Whatever. Let me know if you read the original text in Japanese and what they said. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you? Well, I guess I have to now. I'm going to get another game full of hot action. This time I'd like a game that's easy to understand. Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too. Of course. If Kei-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough. That's what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't intend to lose. Well, then we'll let you in the group this time, I guess. Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between Mion and Mio. Mion gave her an affirmative wink and her expression perked up even further. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. Rena laughed happily. Oh wait, that was Rena. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I had moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like I acted a bit more open. If I acted a bit more open than I usually am, I should probably be right for this place. Apparently I'm not eating enough recently. Or eating, I don't know, fat, protein enough. PT really bad right now. Wow. Or maybe not drinking enough. Perfect time for a Big Mac. Big Macs are expensive, you know. Do you know how much a Big Mac delivered to my place costs? A lot of money. Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. Small Mac, then. Even a small Mac would be a lot. That class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. Told that long ago there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems something happened that made it become a single class, and now it's stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started right from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Near zero cost drone delivery when? yeah, ideally, and then reality is like, oh, this is a special new technology, we'll be charging you even more than human deliverers. Infinity K, thank you for the second month of membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. More Macs. I haven't had a Mac in so long. $11:40 p.m. Probably shouldn't get a Mac. No. Okay. Thank you for the second month of membership. I appreciate it. It is due to premium members' continued support that I, at National Elf Association, can continue to operate. Operatingly. I really should make a TTS of myself, so that I don't have to read out everything. Just make a machine learn TTS of myself to read all the Final Fantasy XIV and Higurashi dialogues. Text. Finally, Elf Slop. Yeah, exactly. On a tangential note, I have started keeping track of foods that make me feel lethargic afterward. Burgers, ramen, cereal. You should have traditional washoku, Nihon teishoku, Japanese teishoku. If you do, I'm gonna make your TTSA pee pee poo poo and then beatbox. It'll be available only for myself, no one else. So that you can't make me say pee pee poo poo and then beatbox. Things with proportionally less refined grains in it. Whole grain is good. Okay. Neon, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead, right in front of the classroom door. I was meant to slide the door open and enter the room first. Too bad, I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. A test of your reflexes. Neon chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face. What is it, you guys? Step back, Brenna, it's dangerous. You do realize that I can always go into the clips and delete that? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. He's here. Huh? Then Satoko-chan is... Satoko-chan? Her name was Hojo Satoko. She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged in the door. Would that even work though? Usually you open the door in front of you, so at worst it just falls on your foot. It's too obvious, Hatoko. A hearty laugh came from beyond the door. Excellent, Kate-chan. I guess that means you win this round. No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such an intricate trap since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps. Traps that are simply there to bait you into the main ones. Traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic Rube Goldberg machine. The list goes on. Huh? As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser is normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks on my first day. So why don't you just open the door and let it drop? That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after, making me focus my attention upward, so I lifted my hand to the door. There were some tags stuck to the sliding door handle with a tape. A frightening trap. A potent and terrifying trap. I mean, that sounds like almost criminal. That's 1983 things. I think she's trying to kill Keiichi. Yeah, like blackboard eraser loaded with rocks and then thumbtacks on the door. That's like actual harassment. That's beyond, hey, this is a prank, bro, don't get mad, territory. An impressive combination, Satoko, but in the end, nothing more than trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. Let me guess, a water bucket. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized she had me hook, line, and sinker, it was already too late. I began to fall in an almost picturesque manner. Keiichi, watch out! Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body mid-air before I landed on the floor. Ow! 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 An inkstone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered imagining the situation had I landed square on it. My, what do we have here? A fair morning to you, Keiichi, huh? Aren't we a lively one this morning? Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. Never played Crash Bandicoot. I don't know, a lot of people have recorded even more stupid things with cameras saying it's just a prank, bro. That's where you sue them. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satoko. I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. You're quite unlucky this morning. A little? Ow, ow, ow. It seemed I didn't inadvertently sprain my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone. A small hand gently rubbed my head. Pain, pain, go away. The small dainty meat claw continued to gently stroke my head. You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears. I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now. Nippa! Most American thing Rial has said so far. Hey, Rika-chan, good morning! Good morning to you, Rena. A good morning to you, to all. Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satoko. I glared over in her direction. Satoko was whistling while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact. Here we go, meat claws! I'm the very model of a good girl. Big, meaty claws. A good girl wouldn't sit those nasty traps. Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof? Ah. I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. Huh? Yo, MC's so strong. She's probably at least like 30 kilos. And simply picking her up? I mean, even if she's tiny. Like a grade 6 kid. Grade 5, grade 4 kid. It'd still be pretty heavy, like 25, 30 kilos, right? Puberty does wonders for your strength stat. Isn't she canonically a couple of years younger? Yeah, so we're in like middle school. Upper middle school, and she's probably like grade 6, grade 5. Let me ask Namuiki again. Satoko is 11. So what is that, grade 5 or something? Grade 4? $120 centimeters. So maybe like 25 kilos or something. So lifting that just by your arm? That's pretty impressive for a middle school kid. I mean, probably more than 25 kilos. BMI calculator. $120 centimeters and 25 kilos. Yeah, that is like the minimum weight you can be. And 30 would be more normal. Yeah, 30's normal. 25 to 30 kilos just by your arm, that's, yeah. MC's pretty strong, I see. He's been lifting all day, every day. I picked up Satoko by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. It's much harder to deal with. I am sorry. Try saying that. If you won't say it, I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satoko's forehead. Boryoku hantai! I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof. Just so you know, my forehead flakes really hurt. It can split plywood right in half. Eek. Stop! Get away from me, you beast! Yeah, by her shirt collar too, not even direct contact with body. Don't say that in a way that people will misunderstand. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt. It's been lonely since you were gone for 2 days. Rika-chan really is just so. How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead fling. Hey, pity ha! Ah! It doesn't bother me! Ah! You mustn't cry, Satoko. Keep on fighting, yeah. Rika gently patted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age. I think Satoko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan. Next time, set an even more amazing trap. Wait a minute. As she observed the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic as she began to swoon. Ah, Satoko-chan's crying. So cute. You can't take them home. Huh? But they're so cute. You can't, no matter how cute they are. But just for a bit is fine, right? Fine? Rena kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Omochikaeri here. Object or person. Future mom or future cat mom? Future cat mom. Stealing is bad, but adopting people is even worse. Give it up. And I can just look. Just looking. Wait. Then I can just look. Just looking. That should be right. That should be fine, right? Right? Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Is this like foreshadowing? Do people go missing in Hinamizawa? Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away. The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satoko's that inkstone is yours, right? Just from Mion's single steam, and the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. Being stone was bad, but the thumbstack stuck to the door handle were an even bigger problem. I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself. Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the headlamp from before had been neatly tidied up. We made it in time. Rise! Attention! It is there! Mion gave out the morning commands. Difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much talking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies. You're a pretty good teacher, Kate-kun. Easy to understand. Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. While you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice. In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Why is everyone's seifuku different? Is this like high school outfit and this is like middle school outfit? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there will be trouble later on. With these marks... It's not like I'm aiming to go on to a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exam a little at a time. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relaxed than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams. Nii-chan, Kage-kun is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too. You're such a good and honest kid, Rena. Sure, I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school. Oh, thank you so much. Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us. Private lessons. A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? This little wrinkle here makes her look like an old person. I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. So, in the city, do you have to study this much? If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university. So you study just to get into a university? Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future. Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough. Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock. That's right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be all uptight about this stuff, right? Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks... This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. Wow, rude. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom. There's a principal and a separate teacher? The principal better do all the administrative things. Hey John, we're done. It's our wonderful lunchtime. In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signal the end of the morning period. H-kun, let's have lunch. I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's see. Seem to be different cliques even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different and we had both boys and girls. But we were not reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rena and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Nika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Oh my god, these hands. They don't even have 5 fingers. Was this... Wait, who drew these sprites? Was it Ryukishi? Is this like Ryukishi's idea of like cute hands in 2002? Can't just say that about someone's hands, Rial. She is fictional. I can say whatever I want. She's not real. They didn't know how to draw hands back then. Zero 07's expansion. is a doujin circle started by Ryukishi07 and his friend BT, as well as family members. The original direction and scenario character CGs were done by Ryukishi. The scripting and system programming was done by BT. Ryukishi's father researched the world setting as well as the distribution, and Ryukishi's mother on the internet checked the fans' reactions. Scripting and direction programming was done by the brother, sister, younger brother, younger sister. That's a brother, younger brother. Film and production, various assistants, plus music and sound. Anyway, back to the VN. Gage-kun, hurry, hurry! Right now, waiter chopsticks. I saw the C. When it said Rena waiter C, I was like, claws? Rena waiter chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunch boxes. H-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crusts, like some sort of destitute plebeian. Wow, big words for a little kid. Why don't you just show it to us? Come on now. Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Sorry to keep you waiting. Well then, Representative Me, please give the signal to start. At first this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends. Itadakimasu! Clack clack. Clack clack. The sound of the claws clacking was getting on my nerves. These claws, these claws, these claws, these claws are an eyesore. And then I saw a line. A strange line. Anyway. Enough of Tsukino reference. The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course, there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys see older boys as scary. Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with the guys, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As a fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch. My, isn't Keiichi Dono's lunch extravagant today? Mama. Satoko Dono no Satoko Madame. Satoko Dono Satoko. I don't know. Lunch extravagant as well. The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch. My, how delicious! Oh, this tower is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile. I saved some from dinner last night. By the way, Satoko and Rin-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too. These taste like mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrot rosettes weren't from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing. Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. Oh, why are you smug about it? That's nothing for you to boast about. Rena's actually better at cooking than I am. Huh? Well, you know. It seems that the topic of conversation switched to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope. 레오로님 리하. It's got high marks. Wait. It's got high marks for me. 미연, you're taking too much. 맞습니다. 완전 고전. 2002년이 고전인가 이제? 그럴 리가 없어. 나의 2002년은 고전이 아닌걸. 2002년 월드컵. 2002년 연평대전. 다 옛날 일이 아니라고. 2002 is not long time ago. It's recent. 20년 넘었다고요. 거짓말이야 그건. 아무튼 어서 오세요. 이럴 수가. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reach out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. What does she eat then? It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena. Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on. How did you like it? Isn't Rena-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san. I said that's nothing for you to boast about. You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet? What? Why was he Japanese words here? Surely it wasn't broccoli and cauliflower. 설마 일본판에서도 브로콜리랑 컬리플라워의 다른 점을 찾으라고 했어? 다른 점을 모른다고 했어? 아니 애초에 색깔부터 다른데 걔네들은. They're different colors. What is the Japanese text? I'm really curious now. Satoko's face went pale. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know. Of course I can. I really can. It's really hard for her to lie. Gotta replay this chapter in Japanese next. Keiichi-kun, both taste good when they are boiled and topped with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Nii-chan too. Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko. Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko. What's this? Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. But that's for... Mion made eye contact with me, and within 0.3 seconds I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. That's really quick. From Mion reacting to "but that's," and then giving me the eye contact, and within 0.3 seconds Keiichi's hand was over Rika's mouth. That's really fast. Holding a piece of bacon wrapped in asparagus and giving her two choices. He's pretty terrible. The yellow one is cauliflower. No, the green one is cauliflower. So which? Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower, but the green one is, where's the blue one? Oh, that's a nice face. That's a nice doyagao. Can I take screenshots? No screenshot button, okay. The print screen button. Does it actually work in this game? No. I mean, like, it doesn't have a save function. It just takes a screenshot on Windows. Anyway, I can use this now. Like this. Oh, it must have mounted somewhere funny. There you go. New model incoming. No. Do you really know which is which? How about you just give up? I would expect no less from the class representative, the oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal. I do know. I really do. Then answer the question. I know. She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. I wonder why there's like a white outline to the sprites. Like, did he draw it non-transparent and then use a magic wand tool to get rid of the white? 스프라이트에 왜 흰색 아웃라인이 있지? 흰색 테두리가 있지? 거의 흰색 바탕에다 그린 다음에 포토샵 같은 데서 마법 지팡이 툴로 흰색 배경 지운 듯한. Ah, so cute. Rena entered a state of euphoria and Satoko bawled her eyes out. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile. Rena! Mimi's peeking on me. Cute. It's okay, Rena One-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Whoosh, boom, bam. Like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? She actually punched us! Both of Rena's fists shot out at supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it, Mion and I were sprawled spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. This is the first time you've gotten one, right? Today she went easy on us. Oh wait, no, that's Mion. This is the first time you've gotten one, right? Today, she went easy on us. Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena. Please, Satoko-chan, I took care of them. Cute. I want to take you home. Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Damn it all, using Rena like a puppet. Yuka-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word. No matter what the day had